You're being underestimated, dismissed, and overlooked, with people assuming you are less capable, competent, or dangerous than you actually are, while certain individuals command instant respect and careful consideration because underestimating them carries obvious costly consequences. Recognizing that being someone others cannot afford to underestimate is not about aggression, intimidation, or arrogance, but about developing genuine formidable capabilities, visible credibility, and strategic positioning that makes dismissing you obviously risky. Knowing that underestimation creates disadvantages, limiting opportunities, respect, and influence, while commanding respect through demonstrated capability creates advantages, opening doors and multiplying effectiveness. Understanding that most people remain perpetually underestimated because they fail to develop or demonstrate the competence, credibility, and presence that forces others to take them seriously, and losing years of opportunities advancement. An achievement because people dismiss or overlook you, never seeing your true capabilities, making transformation into someone impossible to underestimate, absolutely essential for realizing potential and commanding the respect you deserve. This underestimation trap is systematically limiting your success by causing people to overlook you for opportunities, assuming others are more capable, preventing you from being taken seriously in important discussions or decisions, allowing competitors or colleagues to dismiss your ideas or contributions, creating need to constantly prove yourself rather than being automatically respected, and ensuring decades pass achieving fraction of potential because others never recognize capabilities you possess, making respect development critical priority. Becoming someone others cannot afford to underestimate is not about forcing respect through aggression, but about earning it through demonstrated capability. Not about appearing dangerous through threats, but about being genuinely formidable through competence, and not mysterious gift, at systematic development. This audiobook teaches how to become someone others cannot afford to underestimate through 10 comprehensive frameworks, including developing exceptional competence in valuable domains, building visible, credible track record of results, cultivating strategic unpredictability, preventing pattern exploitation, developing quiet, confident presence, creating valuable, irreplaceable expertise, building powerful strategic network, demonstrating consistent reliability and execution, developing reputation for consequences, maintaining mysterious calculated reserve, and integrating all elements into comprehensive formidable presence, making underestimating you obviously costly mistake. Stop being underestimated and start commanding the respect you deserve. Stop being dismissed and start being recognized as genuinely formidable. Master 10 frameworks systematically, build deliberately, and become impossible to underestimate through unwavering commitment, starting now. Chapter 1. Develop exceptional competence in valuable domains. Chapter 1 develops exceptional competence in valuable domains, creating genuine capability foundation that forces recognition and respect. The competence requirement shows that lasting respect based on substance rather than appearance or manipulation requires developing real, formidable capabilities that others can observe and verify. That exceptional skill in domains people value commands automatic attention and deference because competence creates tangible results people need or admire. That valuable domain selection multiplies impact because excellence in trivial areas earns little respect, while competence in critical high value domains creates disproportionate influence and recognition. That mediocrity in any domain invites underestimation because average capabilities suggest you pose no threat and offer little value, making dismissal safe and costless. And understanding that systematically developing exceptional competence through mastery, achievement, strategic domain selection, and capability demonstration is essential first framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because genuine formidable capability is foundation upon which all other respect building elements rest, making competence development critical prerequisite for commanding recognition. Develop exceptional competence in valuable domains. Master genuinely completely. Build capability or remain mediocre. The mastery development achieves genuine expert level skill through deliberate practice over extended time, creating depth of capability that clearly exceeds average performance. True mastery means performing at level where competence is obvious, undeniable, and verifiable to knowledgeable observers. Possessing knowledge and skills that enable solving difficult problems others cannot address. Demonstrating consistency of excellence, not just occasional lucky success. And reaching point where your capabilities become reference standard others measure against. Develop mastery through committing thousands of hours to deliberate practice at edge of ability, seeking expert coaching and feedback, accelerating development, studying deeply both practice and theory of domain, competing or performing at high levels, testing capabilities under pressure, and continuously pushing beyond current comfort zone into new challenges. Mastery cannot be faked and creates respect, because results speak undeniably. Half competence or mediocrity invites dismissal because people correctly assess you lack formidable capabilities. The strategic domain selection chooses areas of expertise development based on value, respect, and competitive dynamics, not just personal interest or easy paths. Valuable domains are those where expertise creates tangible, important results people need, care about, or cannot achieve themselves, where competence is relatively scarce, creating supply-demand imbalance that increases your value, where performance differences between expert and novice are large and obvious, making excellence clearly visible, and where domain itself commands respect in your environment or industry. Avoid developing expertise in domains people do not value, however passionate you may be, unless prepared to accept limited recognition. Research which capabilities are most valued and respected in contexts you operate. Identify domains where you can realistically achieve top-tier performance given aptitudes and resources, and focus development efforts strategically rather than scattering across many areas, achieving mediocrity in all. The capability demonstration proves competence through visible achievements and tangible results, not just claims or credentials. Demonstrated capability includes producing work outputs showcasing expertise like projects, publications, or performances, solving difficult real problems that others fail to address, proving practical application, winning competitions or earning recognition from credible external validators, teaching or mentoring others, demonstrating depth of knowledge, and building body of evidence that competence is genuine, not self-proclaimed. Create opportunities to demonstrate capabilities publicly where relevant audiences can observe. Competence hidden or only claimed verbally earns little respect, while demonstrated proven capability commands recognition. The continuous improvement maintains and extends competence, preventing stagnation that invites eventual dismissal. Initial mastery achievement is not endpoint, that beginning of ongoing development, because competence is relative to others in domain, and both competition and standards evolve. Maintain edge through staying current with domain developments and innovations, regularly testing capabilities against best in field, deliberately addressing weaknesses and expanding skills, and treating mastery as endless pursuit, not achieved state. Stagnant competence eventually becomes outdated mediocrity as others advance. The multi-domain competence develops excellence across multiple strategic areas, creating rare valuable combinations that few can match. While deep mastery in single domain is valuable foundation, adding significant competence in complementary areas creates uniqueness and versatility that multiplies respect. Might combine technical expertise with business acumen, domain knowledge with exceptional communication, or specialized skills with strategic thinking. Rare combinations of complementary competencies create positioning where you are nearly impossible to replace or dismiss. The humble mastery demonstrates competence through quiet confidence and results rather than loud self-promotion that signals insecurity. True masters let work speak, showcasing capability through performance, not proclamation. Secure competence requires no desperate advertisement, while insecure incompetence compensates through excessive self-promotion. Demonstrate through doing, not telling. The domain authority establishment positions you as recognized expert through contributing knowledge, teaching others, and shaping standards, not just possessing private expertise. Authority means others seek your input, reference your work, and defer to your judgment, creating network effects that amplify individual competence into broader influence. The implementation requires developing genuine expert-level mastery through thousands of hours deliberate practice, selecting domains strategically based on value, scarcity, and respect factors, demonstrating capabilities through visible achievements and tangible results, maintaining continuous improvement, preventing stagnation, developing multi-domain competence, creating rare combinations, practicing humble mastery, letting work speak, establishing domain authority through contribution and teaching, and treating exceptional competence as essential foundation, creating capability so formidable that underestimating you becomes obviously risky because your proven expertise makes dismissal foolish, making competence development critical first framework for commanding respect. Develop exceptional competence in valuable domains. Master genuinely, completely. Build capability or remain mediocre. You understand now that genuine formidable capability forces recognition and respect, that mastery creates undeniable obvious excellence, that strategic domain selection multiplies impact, that demonstration proves capability beyond claims, and that Chapter 1 provides competence framework making capability foundation possible where mediocrity invited underestimation. Chapter 2. Build visible, credible track record of results. Chapter 2 builds visible, credible track record of results, proving capability through demonstrated achievements that create undeniable evidence of competence. The track record power shows that documented results speak infinitely louder than verbal claims or credentials, because achievements provide objective, verifiable proof of capability, while claims remain unverified assertions anyone can make. That visible accomplishments create credibility through enabling others to independently assess quality and significance of your work rather than relying on your self-assessment. That accumulated track record builds reputation and recognition over time, creating compounding advantages as each achievement makes next opportunity more accessible. That people respect those who have repeatedly delivered meaningful results under real conditions, not just those who talk convincingly about potential capabilities. And understanding that systematically building visible, credible track record through achievement documentation, visibility creation, and credibility establishment is essential second framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because proven results eliminate doubt and force recognition, making track record development critical for transforming private competence into public respect. Build visible, credible track record of results. Document, prove, demonstrate, create evidence, or make claims. The achievement documentation systematically records and preserves evidence of significant accomplishments, creating permanent verifiable record. Documentation includes maintaining detailed portfolio showcasing best work with clear descriptions of challenges approached, solutions implemented, and results achieved. Collecting quantified metrics and measurable outcomes proving impact like revenue generated, costs reduced, or performance improvements delivered. Gathering testimonials and endorsements from credible sources validating quality and impact. Preserving artifacts and evidence like reports, products, or recordings demonstrating actual work, and creating case studies that tell complete story of challenging projects successfully completed. Documentation transforms ephemeral achievements into permanent evidence that can be reviewed and verified by anyone at any time. Without documentation, achievements fade from memory and become unverifiable stories that skeptics can dismiss. Systematic documentation creates proof portfolio that makes capability undeniable. The visibility creation ensures achievements are known and recognized by relevant audiences, not hidden or obscure. Visibility strategies include publishing work results or insights through appropriate channels, making accomplishments discoverable, presenting or speaking about successes, sharing knowledge, and establishing expertise, contributing to visible high-profile projects where performance can be observed by influential people, maintaining professional online presence, showcasing portfolio and achievements, seeking appropriate recognition through awards competitions or media coverage, and strategically sharing accomplishments in contexts where relevant without appearing boastful or desperate. Visibility requires balancing appropriate self-promotion with avoiding excessive bragging that signals insecurity. The goal is ensuring people who matter know about your achievements through professional strategic sharing, not aggressive self-marketing. Many capable people remain underestimated simply because relevant audiences never learn about their accomplishments due to excessive modesty or poor visibility management. The credibility establishment ensures track record is legitimate, trustworthy, and verifiable, not fabricated, exaggerated, or misleading. Credible achievements include results that can be independently verified through third-party sources. Outcomes with clear attribution, showing your specific contribution, not just association with successful team. Accomplishments recognized by credible external validators like respected organizations, experts, or institutions. And track record showing consistent pattern of results, not just isolated lucky success. Build credibility through being scrupulously honest about accomplishments, never exaggerating or claiming credit for others' work, providing specific concrete details and evidence rather than vague general claims, accepting appropriate credit for team successes while acknowledging collaborators' contributions, and ensuring claims can withstand scrutiny from knowledgeable skeptical observers. Exaggerated or false claims, when discovered, destroy all credibility, making honesty essential for sustainable respect. The progressive ambition pursues increasingly difficult and impressive achievements over time, demonstrating growth and capability expansion, not just repeated similar accomplishments. Progressive track record shows trajectory of taking on bigger challenges, solving more difficult problems, achieving more significant results, and expanding scope of impact over time. Stagnant track record of similar modest achievements year after year suggests limited capability, while progressive record of increasing accomplishment demonstrates formidable expanding competence. The relevant targeting focuses track record building in domains and areas valued by audiences whose respect you seek. Track record impressive to wrong audience provides little benefit. Identify what accomplishments command respect in your specific context and focus achievement efforts accordingly. Different environments value different results, so strategic targeting ensures effort produces maximum recognition. The recency maintenance ensures track record includes recent fresh achievements, not just historical past accomplishments. Recent results prove current capability and relevance, while exclusively historical achievements raise questions about whether you can still perform. Continuously add new accomplishments to portfolio demonstrating ongoing productivity and competence. The comparison framework positions achievements relative to relevant benchmark standards or competitors, helping audiences understand significance. Achievements mean more when compared to alternatives or past performance. Quantified improvements, competitive rankings, or comparative metrics help audiences grasp impressiveness of results. The storytelling craft presents achievements as compelling narratives with clear challenges, obstacles, and resolutions, making accomplishments memorable and impactful rather than dry lists of facts. Stories about how difficult problems were solved are more engaging and convincing than simple outcome statements. The implementation requires documenting achievements systematically, creating permanent verifiable evidence, ensuring visibility through strategic appropriate sharing with relevant audiences, establishing credibility through honesty, verifiability, and external validation, pursuing progressive ambition, achieving increasingly significant results, targeting relevance, building track record valued in your context, maintaining recency through continuous new accomplishments, providing comparison framework helping audiences grasp significance, crafting compelling storytelling making achievements memorable, and treating track record as proving capability through demonstrated results where claims without evidence remained unconvincing, making achievement documentation and visibility essential. Second framework for forcing recognition through undeniable proof that makes underestimating you obviously foolish. Build visible, credible track record of results. Document, prove, demonstrate. Create evidence or make claims. You understand now that demonstrated achievements provide objective proof while claims remain unverified. That documentation creates permanent verifiable evidence. That visibility ensures relevant audiences know accomplishments. That credibility requires honesty and verification. And that Chapter 2 provides track record framework making proven capability possible where hidden or claimed achievements earned limited respect. Chapter 3. Cultivate strategic unpredictability, preventing exploitation. Chapter 3 cultivates strategic unpredictability, preventing others from predicting and exploiting your patterns, responses, and behaviors. The unpredictability power shows that predictable people are easily controlled and manipulated because knowing someone's automatic responses enables triggering desired reactions and avoiding undesired consequences, making predictability fundamental vulnerability. That pattern recognition allows exploitation where if you always respond same way to specific stimulus, others can engineer situations triggering predictable responses serving their interests, not yours. That strategic surprise maintains psychological and tactical advantage by keeping others uncertain about your capabilities, intentions, and likely actions, preventing them from developing effective counter strategies. That mysterious depth created by unpredictability commands more respect than transparent simplicity because people respect what they cannot fully understand, predict, or control. And understanding that systematically cultivating strategic unpredictability through pattern variation, calculated surprise, and mysterious reserve is essential. Third framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because unpredictability prevents others from safely dismissing or manipulating you, making calculated mystery critical for maintaining advantage and commanding cautious respect. Cultivate strategic unpredictability, preventing exploitation. Vary patterns, surprise strategically. Stay unpredictable or become controllable. The pattern variation deliberately changes behaviors and responses, preventing others from developing reliable predictions about your actions. Predictable patterns include always responding emotionally to provocations, making you easily manipulated through triggering anger or defensiveness. Consistently following same routines or approaches enabling others to anticipate and counter your moves, habitually making same types of decisions, allowing prediction of choices, or reliably reacting to specific situations in characteristic ways. Break predictable patterns through occasionally responding differently to familiar triggers, showing you are not automatic. Varying your approaches, methods, and tactics, even when successful, preventing opponents from developing effective counters. Making unexpected decisions that defy your usual preferences, demonstrating flexibility. And cultivating behavioral range, where you can adopt different personas or strategies depending on circumstances. Pattern variation does not mean random chaotic behavior, but strategic deliberate variance that keeps others guessing while you remain internally coherent and purposeful. The calculated surprise uses unexpected actions or revelations strategically to maintain psychological advantage and demonstrate hidden capabilities. Strategic surprise includes occasionally demonstrating capability or knowledge people did not know you possessed, expanding their estimation of your competence, making moves or decisions people did not expect, sharing strategic sophistication, revealing information at unexpected times, controlling narrative and timing, responding with unexpected intensity or restraint when provoked, preventing exploitation of assumed reactions, or achieving results through unconventional methods that people did not anticipate possible. Surprise is most effective when revealing greater capability than assumed, forcing upward reassessment of formidability. Time surprises strategically for maximum impact, not just random unpredictability. This strategic restraint maintains reserve and mystery by not revealing full capabilities, intentions, or knowledge, creating uncertainty that prevents others from accurately assessing your limits. Restraint means demonstrating only portion of actual capability, keeping reserves hidden, sharing only necessary information, protecting knowledge and plans, avoiding displays of full capacity unless strategically necessary, and maintaining ambiguity about exact extent of resources, relationships, or skills. People can only exploit or counter capabilities they know about, while hidden capabilities provide strategic reserve and create beneficial uncertainty. The behavioral flexibility develops ability to adopt different approaches, styles, and responses based on strategic assessment, not fixed habitual patterns. Flexibility includes being able to respond aggressively or passively depending on situation, alternating between collaborative and competitive approaches strategically, varying communication styles from direct to subtle based on context, and demonstrating you are not locked into single mode or strategy. Flexibility prevents opponents from developing single effective counter strategy because they cannot predict which version of you will appear. The misdirection and deception occasionally creates false impressions or expectations that serve strategic purposes. While honesty is generally valuable, strategic misdirection about intentions, capabilities, or plans can create tactical advantages in competitive situations, might allow others to underestimate you in specific ways, setting up surprise demonstration of actual capability, signal false intentions, directing attention away from real objectives, or create misleading patterns, then break them at critical moments. Use deception ethically and strategically, not habitually. The mysterious reserve maintains enigmatic quality by selective sharing about personal life, thoughts, or feelings, preventing complete knowability. Mystery means not explaining everything, leaving others curious and uncertain, avoiding oversharing that destroys intrigue, creating complete transparency, protecting private thoughts and motivations from external visibility, and maintaining distance that prevents others from feeling they fully understand or know you. Mystery commands respect, while complete openness often breeds familiarity that can lead to diminished regard. The response timing variance changes when you respond to situations, sometimes immediate, other times delayed, preventing others from predicting timing. Timing variance creates uncertainty about whether and when reaction will come, making it harder to anticipate responses. The consistency in values maintains core principles and integrity while varying tactical behaviors. Unpredictability should apply to methods and behaviors, not core values, which should remain stable and reliable. Being unpredictable about integrity or trustworthiness destroys respect, while tactical unpredictability maintains it. The implementation requires varying behavioral patterns, preventing predictable automatic responses, using calculated surprise, revealing hidden capabilities, or making unexpected moves, maintaining strategic restraint, holding reserves, and protecting information. Developing behavioral flexibility, adopting different approaches strategically, employing ethical misdirection, creating tactical advantages, cultivating mysterious reserve through selective sharing, varying response timing, preventing timing prediction, maintaining consistency in core values while varying tactics, and treating strategic unpredictability as preventing exploitation and maintaining advantage, where predictability enabled manipulation, making calculated mystery essential. Third framework for commanding cautious respect through keeping others uncertain about capabilities and likely responses, making safe dismissal impossible. Cultivate strategic unpredictability, preventing exploitation. Vary patterns, surprise strategically. Stay unpredictable or become controllable. You understand now that predictability enables exploitation and control, that pattern variation prevents reliable prediction, that strategic surprise demonstrates hidden capability, that mysterious reserve maintains beneficial uncertainty, and that Chapter 3 provides unpredictability framework, making safe dismissal impossible where predictability invited manipulation. Chapter 4. Develop quiet confident presence. Chapter 4 develops quiet confident presence, projecting calm self-assured strength that commands respect without aggression or self-promotion. The presence power shows that quiet confidence signals genuine capability and internal security, because truly capable people have no need to constantly prove themselves, while insecurity drives desperate self-promotion and aggressive posturing. That calm, composed demeanor under all circumstances demonstrates emotional control and mental strength that people instinctively respect and trust. That self-assured presence attracts attention and deference naturally through creating gravitational pull, where people want to listen when you speak and value your opinions, because calm certainty is compelling. That physical presence, including posture, body language, and vocal quality, dramatically affects how others perceive and respond to you, often operating below conscious awareness. And understanding that systematically developing quiet confident presence through composed demeanor, confident carriage, and controlled communication is essential. Fourth framework for becoming impossible to underestimate. Because presence is immediate visceral signal of formidability that operates before words or achievements, I even considered making presence cultivation critical for commanding instant respect. Develop quiet confident presence. Project calm strength always. Build presence or signal weakness. The composed demeanor maintains calm-centered emotional state regardless of external chaos, pressure, or provocation. Composed presence means never appearing flustered, anxious, or emotionally reactive, even in stressful situations, showing unshakable internal stability. Maintaining steady, controlled energy, not manic intensity or lethargic disengagement, demonstrating optimal regulated state. Keeping facial expressions neutral or slightly positive rather than showing excessive emotion or nervous tension. And breathing steadily and deeply, maintaining physiological calm that supports mental composure. Composure signals that you are in control of yourself and situations, while visible anxiety or reactivity broadcasts loss of control, inviting exploitation. Practice maintaining composed state through regular meditation or mindfulness, building baseline calm. Deliberately staying physically relaxed, especially in face, jaw, and shoulders where tension shows. Using controlled breathing to manage arousal during stressful moments. And viewing challenges as opportunities to demonstrate composure, not threats to emotional stability. Composed presence becomes self-fulfilling, where maintaining calm actually improves performance and outcomes, while anxiety impairs both. The confident carriage uses body language and physical presence to project self-assurance and strength. Confident physical presence includes maintaining upright open posture with shoulders back and spine straight, occupying space appropriately, making steady, comfortable, direct eye contact, showing you have nothing to hide or fear. Moving deliberately and purposefully, not nervously or hesitantly, demonstrating decisiveness. Using economical, controlled gestures, not excessive fidgeting or agitated movement. And occupying space comfortably without apologizing for existence or attempting to disappear. Physical confidence affects how others perceive you and reinforces your own internal state through feedback loops, where confident posture actually increases confidence hormones and feelings. Practice confident carriage by standing and sitting with excellent upright posture, maintaining eye contact during conversations without staring aggressively or looking away nervously, moving with purpose and direction, not aimless wandering, and eliminating nervous fidgeting or self-soothing touches. Confident physical presence commands respect automatically, while collapsed nervous carriage invites dismissal. The controlled communication speaks with calm authority and economy, rather than excessive talking or tentative hedging. Confident communication means speaking clearly and audibly with appropriate volume and steady pace, Using decisive language with minimal qualifiers, hedges, or uncertainties like probably, maybe, sort of, just. Pausing comfortably without filling silence with verbal filler like you know. Speaking only when you have something valuable to contribute rather than constant chatter. And maintaining steady, confident vocal tone without upward inflection that makes statements sound like questions. Controlled communication demonstrates you trust your words deserve hearing, while excessive qualifying or nervous rambling signals doubt and insecurity. Practice communication control by eliminating verbal fillers and qualifiers from speech, speaking slightly slower with deliberate pace, pausing before responding rather than immediately reacting, and reducing overall speaking volume while increasing substance. The strategic silence uses deliberate quiet moments and restrained speech, creating mystery and impact. Strategic silence includes not explaining or justifying yourself excessively, allowing actions and results to speak. Comfortable sitting in silence during conversations rather than nervously filling every pause. Choosing when to speak and when to observe, maintaining mysterious reserve, and speaking less, making your words carry more weight when you do speak. Silence creates presence and gravitas, while constant talking dilutes impact. The emotional neutrality maintains even keel, avoiding excessive displays of emotion, whether positive or negative. Emotional control means not appearing overly excited during successes, maintaining measured response, not showing visible distress during setbacks, demonstrating resilience, avoiding angry outbursts or emotional reactivity, maintaining composure, and keeping personal feelings private, not broadcasting every internal state. Emotional neutrality creates perception of strength and control, while emotional volatility signals weakness. The humble confidence combines self-assurance with lack of arrogance or need to prove superiority. Humble confidence means being secure without being dismissive of others, demonstrating capability without excessive self-promotion, maintaining quiet certainty about abilities without bragging, and treating others with respect regardless of status. Humble confidence is attractive and respected, while arrogance or insecurity both repel. The consistency maintenance projects the same calm, confident presence across all situations and audiences, not changing dramatically based on circumstances. Consistent presence demonstrates authentic confidence, while dramatic shifts based on who is watching reveal insecurity and people-pleasing. The implementation requires maintaining composed demeanor, showing calm under all circumstances, developing confident carriage through upright posture, steady eye contact, and purposeful movement, practicing controlled communication with clear, decisive speech, minimal qualifiers, and comfortable pauses, using strategic silence, maintaining reserve, and making words impactful, maintaining emotional neutrality, avoiding excessive displays, combining confidence with humility, avoiding arrogance, projecting consistent presence across situations, and treating quiet, confident presence as commanding immediate respect through visceral signals of capability and strength, where insecure, anxious presence invited dismissal, making presence development essential. Fourth framework for formidable positioning. Develop quiet, confident presence. Project calm strength always. Build presence or signal weakness. You understand now that presence operates as immediate visceral signal, that composed demeanor demonstrates control, that confident carriage projects strength, that controlled communication shows decisiveness, and that Chapter 4 provides presence framework, making commanding impact possible where weak presence invited underestimation. Chapter 5 create valuable, irreplaceable expertise. Chapter 5 creates valuable, irreplaceable expertise, becoming indispensable through developing unique capabilities others cannot easily replicate or replace. The irreplaceability power shows that being easily replaceable makes you dismissible, because people can afford to lose you knowing substitutes are readily available, while being irreplaceable forces careful consideration, because losing you creates significant problems without easy solutions. That unique valuable expertise creates negotiating power and respect through scarcity, where supply shortage of your specific capabilities increases your value and influence dramatically. That indispensability ensures you are consulted, included, and taken seriously, because excluding someone whose expertise you need is foolish and costly. That combination of uniqueness and value is critical, because uniqueness without value creates irrelevance, while value without uniqueness creates replaceability. And understanding that systematically creating irreplaceable expertise through unique skill development, strategic positioning, and value delivery is essential. Fifth framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because indispensability eliminates option of safely dismissing you, making expertise development critical for commanding respect through necessity. Create valuable, irreplaceable expertise. Build unique, indispensable value. Become irreplaceable or remain dispensable. The unique development builds rare capabilities through combining skills, domains, or approaches in ways few others possess. Uniqueness strategies include developing deep expertise in narrow specialized domain, where few people have invested time to achieve mastery, creating scarcity through specialized knowledge. Combining complementary capabilities from different domains, creating rare intersection, like technical expertise plus business acumen, or creative ability plus analytical rigor. Developing proprietary methods, frameworks, or approaches, creating intellectual property only you possess. Building exclusive knowledge or access through unique experiences, relationships, or insights, and pursuing unconventional paths or skill combinations that others overlook. True uniqueness means you are one of very few people who can deliver a specific type of value, not one of thousands with similar generic capabilities. Unique capabilities are difficult to replicate, requiring significant time, resources, or circumstances to duplicate, making replacement costly and difficult, not quick and cheap. The value creation ensures unique capabilities solve important, valuable problems or create significant benefits people actually need and are willing to reward. Value without uniqueness gets you fair compensation, but uniqueness without value gets you nothing because nobody needs your rare, useless capabilities. Create value through developing expertise that solves expensive, painful problems people desperately want solved, enabling outcomes or results people highly value and cannot easily achieve themselves, providing insights, knowledge, or capabilities that meaningfully improve important decisions or initiatives, saving significant time, money, or resources through your specialized efficiency, or creating opportunities or possibilities that would not exist without your unique contribution. Research what specific capabilities would be most valuable in your context, identifying pain points, needs, or gaps where your unique expertise could provide disproportionate value. This strategic positioning establishes yourself as go-to expert or only viable option for specific valuable capabilities. Positioning strategies include clearly communicating and demonstrating your unique expertise through thought leadership, becoming known for specific specialty or approach, building recognition, creating situations where your expertise becomes critical or highly beneficial, establishing track record proving you can deliver unique value reliably, and building barriers to easy replication through proprietary knowledge, exclusive relationships, or hard-to-acquire experience. Strong positioning means when specific need or situation arises, people automatically think of you as best or only viable option. The dependency creation makes others rely on your expertise for important outcomes, making your absence or loss costly and problematic. Healthy dependency includes becoming critical path for important projects or initiatives where success requires your contribution, building systems, processes, or approaches that leverage your unique knowledge, creating ongoing value streams where you continuously provide important insights or capabilities, and establishing yourself as institutional knowledge holder for critical domain. Avoid creating unhealthy manipulative dependency through artificial complexity or gatekeeping, but do create genuine dependency through valuable, irreplaceable contribution. The knowledge hoarding balance shares enough to demonstrate expertise and build credibility while protecting core proprietary insights that make you irreplaceable. Share valuable knowledge generously to establish authority and help others, but maintain reserve of deepest insights, methodologies, or capabilities that remain exclusive, preserving uniqueness. Complete knowledge sharing can eliminate your irreplaceability, while total secrecy prevents demonstrating value, requiring careful balance. The continuous advancement maintains and extends unique expertise, preventing it from becoming commoditized or outdated. Markets and competitors evolve, so today's unique expertise can become tomorrow's common capability without continuous development. Stay ahead through constantly learning and developing new capabilities, innovating and improving your methodologies before others catch up, expanding expertise into adjacent domains, maintaining edge, and monitoring competitive landscape, identifying when uniqueness erodes. Irreplaceability requires ongoing investment, not one-time achievement. The selective availability makes expertise accessible for right opportunities and stakeholders while maintaining scarcity through selective engagement. Being too available or accessible for every request diminishes perceived value, while being too scarce prevents demonstrating value and building relationships. Balance availability strategically. The capability demonstration proves unique expertise through visible results and concrete applications, not just claims. Demonstrated irreplaceability includes case studies showing problems only you could solve, testimonials from credible sources validating unique value, tangible results proving specialized capabilities, and public recognition from respected authorities. Proof makes irreplaceability undeniable, while claims alone remain questionable. The implementation requires developing genuinely unique rare capabilities through specialized mastery or uncommon combinations, ensuring uniqueness creates significant value solving important problems. Positioning strategically as go-to expert for specific domains, creating healthy dependency through valuable indispensable contribution, balancing knowledge sharing with protecting core proprietary insights, continuously advancing expertise preventing commoditization, maintaining selective availability creating scarcity demonstrating irreplaceable value through visible results, and treating irreplaceable expertise as preventing dismissal through creating necessity, where your absence causes problems making you impossible to safely underestimate as losing you becomes obviously costly making indispensability essential. Fifth framework for commanding respect. Create valuable irreplaceable expertise. Build unique indispensable value. Become irreplaceable or remain dispensable. You understand now that irreplaceability prevents dismissal through necessity, that unique capabilities must create real value, that strategic positioning establishes you as go-to option, that demonstration proves claims, and that Chapter 5 provides irreplaceability framework making indispensability possible where replaceability enable dismissal. Chapter 6. Build powerful strategic network. Chapter 6 builds powerful strategic network, creating connections that amplify influence, credibility, and capabilities, making you more formidable through relationships. The network power shows that strategic relationships multiply your individual capability through providing access to resources, information, opportunities, and influence you cannot generate alone. That connections to respected, powerful, or well-connected people enhance your own credibility and status through association where being endorsed or supported by impressive individuals makes you more impressive by extension. That network effects create exponential advantages where each valuable connection potentially opens access to their entire network, creating geometric expansion of reach and influence. That isolated individuals, regardless of personal capability, face severe limitations in what they can achieve alone, while well-networked people leverage collective resources and relationships. And understanding that systematically building powerful strategic network through connection development, mutual value creation, and relationship leverage is essential. Sixth framework for becoming impossible to underestimate. Because networks multiply individual formidability, making isolation-based capability reach natural limits, while networked capability scales indefinitely, making strategic relationship building critical force multiplier. Build powerful strategic network. Connect, create leverage. Network strategically or work isolated. The strategic connection builds relationships intentionally with people who enhance capabilities, influence, or opportunities, not random social collection. Strategic networking means identifying who would be valuable connections based on expertise, resources, influence, or access they possess. Connecting with people positioned to help you achieve goals or who share aligned interests. Building relationships with those slightly ahead in development, providing mentorship and guidance. Developing peer relationships with equally ambitious, capable people, enabling mutual support. And maintaining relationships with decision-makers, influencers, or gatekeepers who control access to opportunities. Strategic focus ensures networking effort produces maximum return through valuable high-impact relationships rather than diffused energy across superficial connections. Quality of network measured by value and influence of connections, not just quantity. The mutual value creation builds strong reciprocal relationships through providing genuine value to others before asking for anything in return. Network relationships based on taking without giving are unsustainable and earn reputation as user. Create value for network through sharing relevant information, resources, or opportunities when beneficial. Making introductions, connecting people who could help each other. Offering expertise, assistance, or support when others face challenges. Promoting or endorsing others' work when deserved. And being generous with time, attention, and help. Consistent value provision builds goodwill, reciprocity, and reputation as valuable connection, making others want to maintain relationship and help you when opportunities arise. Give without keeping score, but recognize that healthy relationships involve mutual benefit over time. The relationship maintenance sustains network through regular contact and continued value exchange, preventing relationships from atrophying through neglect. Active relationships require periodic communication, checking in, asking how others are doing, sharing updates, celebrating others' successes and achievements, showing genuine interest, offering help or support during challenges, demonstrating reliability, and maintaining presence so you remain in awareness when opportunities arise. Sporadic contact only when needing something creates transactional impression, while consistent engagement builds genuine relationship. Schedule regular network maintenance, ensuring important relationships receive attention. The network diversity builds connections across different domains, industries, expertise areas, and social circles, creating broad reach and varied resources. Homogeneous network of similar people provides limited perspectives and resources, while diverse network creates access to varied knowledge, opportunities, and influence. Diversity includes connecting with people from different industries or fields, different career levels from peers to senior leaders, different geographic locations expanding reach, different expertise areas complementing your capabilities, and different social or professional circles multiplying access. Diverse network provides resilience where changes in single domain do not eliminate all connections. The influential positioning within network places you as valuable connector, introducer, or hub that others go through to access resources or people. Being network hub amplifies influence through controlling information or relationship flows. Position as hub through making quality introductions, connecting people beneficially, sharing valuable information or opportunities widely, being known for expertise or resources that others seek, and building reputation as person who knows everyone worth knowing. Hub position makes you indispensable to network. The reputation management within network maintains perception as reliable, valuable, trustworthy connection. Network reputation includes being seen as person who delivers on commitments and promises, protecting confidences and demonstrating discretion, providing accurate, helpful information, not misleading guidance, following through on introductions or assistance offered, and maintaining professionalism and integrity. Single reputation failure can damage multiple network relationships through gossip, so consistent reliability is essential. The network leverage uses relationships strategically to amplify capabilities and achieve goals beyond individual capacity. Leverage includes seeking advice or guidance from knowledgeable connections, requesting introductions to people or opportunities, accessing resources or information through network, enlisting support or endorsement for initiatives or ideas, and collaborating with network members on projects. Leverage appropriately by ensuring requests are reasonable and reciprocal, being specific about what you need, making assistance easy, expressing genuine appreciation for help received, and returning favors when opportunities arise. The online extension builds digital presence and connections, complementing in-person network. Digital networking includes maintaining professional online profiles, showcasing expertise and connections, engaging meaningfully with others' content, demonstrating interest and adding value, sharing valuable content, establishing thought leadership, and connecting with remote contacts who would be difficult to meet in person. Online presence extends network reach globally. The implementation requires connecting strategically with valuable, high-impact relationships, creating mutual value through generous contribution before asking, maintaining relationships through regular contact and continued engagement, building network diversity across domains and circles, positioning as influential hub that others access, managing reputation as reliable, valuable connection, leveraging network appropriately to amplify capabilities, extending network online, complementing in-person relationships, and treating powerful strategic network as multiplying individual formidability through collective resources and influence, where isolation limited capability to individual capacity, making relationship building essential. 6. Framework for commanding amplified respect through connected power. Build powerful strategic network. Connect, create leverage. Network strategically or work isolated. You understand now that networks multiply individual capability exponentially, that strategic selection focuses on valuable relationships, that mutual value creates sustainable reciprocity, that maintenance prevents relationship atrophy, and that Chapter 6 provides network framework, making collective power possible, where isolation limited individual capacity. Chapter 7. Demonstrate consistent reliability and execution. Chapter 7 demonstrates consistent reliability and execution, building reputation for delivering results that creates trust and prevents dismissal. The reliability power shows that people respect and rely on those who consistently deliver on commitments, because reliability creates trust that you will perform as promised, making you valuable, dependable resource. That consistent execution proves capability more convincingly than occasional spectacular success followed by frequent failures, because pattern of delivery demonstrates genuine competence, not luck. That reputation for reliability opens opportunities through making people comfortable, entrusting you with important responsibilities knowing you will follow through. That unreliability destroys respect and opportunity regardless of other strengths, because people cannot count on unreliable individuals, making them too risky to depend upon. And understanding that systematically demonstrating reliability through commitment, follow through, consistent execution, and reputation building is essential. Seventh framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because reliable delivery creates track record proving you can be counted on, making unreliability costly liability, while reliability becomes valued asset, making consistent execution critical for earning trust-based respect. Demonstrate consistent reliability and execution. Deliver always completely, execute reliably, or prove unreliable. The commitment follow-through delivers on every promise made and obligation undertaken, building trust through consistent performance. Follow-through means completing tasks and projects you commit to within agreed timeframe and quality standards, honoring promises and agreements even when inconvenient or difficult, meeting deadlines consistently, not chronically running late or missing dates, delivering quality that meets or exceeds expectations, not barely adequate work, and taking commitments seriously, treating promises as sacred obligations, not casual suggestions. Build reputation for reliability through being highly selective about commitments, accepting only what you can realistically deliver, under-promising and over-delivering, creating positive surprises, not disappointments, communicating proactively if obstacles threaten delivery, enabling problem-solving, not nasty surprises, and treating even small commitments as important, because reliability is demonstrated through cumulative pattern, not just major obligations. Every broken promise or missed deadline damages trust and reputation, while every kept commitment builds credibility. The consistent execution maintains high performance standards across all work and situations, not just when motivated or when important people watch. Consistency means delivering excellent results whether the task is interesting or mundane, showing professionalism, performing well in both favorable and difficult circumstances, demonstrating resilience, maintaining standards even when tired, stressed, or facing obstacles, showing discipline, executing effectively whether being supervised or working independently, proving self-direction, and producing quality work that meets consistent standard, not wildly variable results. Consistent execution demonstrates genuine capability and professionalism, while inconsistent performance suggests unreliability or lack of discipline. Build consistency through establishing personal quality standards and adhering to them regardless of circumstances, developing systems and processes that enable reliable high performance, maintaining discipline and work ethic even when motivation fluctuates, and treating every task as opportunity to reinforce reputation for excellence. The proactive communication keeps stakeholders informed about progress status and issues, preventing surprises and building trust. Proactive communication includes providing regular updates on project or task progress, alerting stakeholders immediately when obstacles or delays emerge, enabling collaborative problem solving, sharing relevant information or changes that affect others, showing consideration, seeking clarification when requirements are ambiguous, preventing misaligned execution, and asking for help or resources when needed rather than failing silently. Proactive communication demonstrates professionalism and prevents small issues from becoming major problems through early intervention. People trust those who communicate openly more than those who hide problems until crisis. The accountability ownership accepts responsibility for outcomes and commitments without excuses or blame shifting. Accountability means taking ownership of results, whether positive or negative, acknowledging mistakes openly when they occur rather than hiding or deflecting, identifying and implementing corrections when things go wrong, showing problem solving, avoiding excuse-making or blaming external factors for failures, and learning from errors to prevent recurrence, demonstrating growth. Accountability builds trust because people respect those who own their responsibilities, while excuse-makers and blame shifters lose credibility. The deadline management treats time commitments as serious obligations, managing workload to ensure on-time delivery. Deadline management includes building buffers and margin into schedules, accounting for unexpected delays, prioritizing ruthlessly to ensure most important commitments receive necessary attention, saying no to new commitments when at capacity rather than overcommitting and failing, and finishing ahead of deadline when possible, creating reputation for early delivery. Chronic lateness destroys trust, while consistent on time or early delivery builds confidence. The quality control ensures work meets high standards before delivery through systematic review and verification. Quality control includes reviewing work carefully before submission, catching errors and improvements, seeking feedback or second opinions on important deliverables, testing or validating results to ensure they meet requirements, and refusing to submit substandard work even under time pressure. Quality consistency builds reputation for excellence, while sloppy variable quality damages credibility. The responsive availability makes yourself accessible and responsive to important communications and needs. Responsiveness includes replying to communications within reasonable timeframes, being available when needed for important matters, addressing urgent issues promptly, and demonstrating that others' needs and requests matter. Responsiveness shows respect and builds trust, while chronic unavailability or slow response suggests others are not priority. The long-term consistency maintains reliability over years and decades, not just the initial honeymoon period. Long-term pattern of delivery creates strongest reputation, while initial reliability, followed by decline, damages trust. Sustain reliability through continuous commitment to standards and professional development. The implementation requires delivering on every commitment and promise made, building trust through follow-through, maintaining consistent high execution standards across all situations, communicating proactively, keeping stakeholders informed, preventing surprises, taking accountability ownership for outcomes without excuses, managing deadlines seriously, ensuring on-time delivery, controlling quality rigorously before delivery, maintaining responsive availability to important needs, sustaining long-term consistency over years, and treating consistent reliability as building trust-based respect through proven pattern of delivery where unreliability destroyed confidence, making execution consistency essential. 7th framework for preventing dismissal through demonstrated dependability, making you valued trusted resource. Demonstrate consistent reliability and execution. Deliver always completely, execute reliably, or prove unreliable. You understand now that reliability creates trust through consistent delivery, that follow-through on every commitment builds credibility, that consistent execution demonstrates genuine capability, that accountability accepts ownership, and that Chapter 7 provides reliability framework, making trust possible where unreliability destroyed respect. Chapter 8. Develop reputation for consequences. Chapter 8 develops reputation for consequences, ensuring your actions have meaningful impact, making dismissal or disrespect costly. The consequence power shows that people who create real, tangible consequences for others' actions command respect and careful consideration, because crossing or dismissing them carries obvious risks and costs. That boundaries without consequences are meaningless suggestions that invite violation, while enforced boundaries command compliance and respect. That reputation for following through on stated consequences makes threats credible and behavior shaping, while empty threats destroy credibility, making future warnings meaningless. That consequences need not be aggressive or vindictive, but simply ensuring actions have natural, logical results that make certain behaviors costly, and understanding that developing consequence reputation through boundary enforcement, accountability maintenance, and impact creation is essential. 8th framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because ability to create meaningful consequences prevents others from safely dismissing or disrespecting you, making consequence development critical for commanding serious consideration. Develop reputation for consequences. Enforce boundaries, create impact. Ensure consequences or signal weakness. The boundary enforcement establishes clear limits on acceptable behavior and consistently enforces consequences when boundaries are violated. Effective boundaries include identifying what treatment or behavior is unacceptable to you, communicating boundaries clearly and directly so others understand limits, enforcing consequences immediately and consistently when boundaries are crossed, and maintaining enforcement even when uncomfortable or inconvenient. Boundaries without enforcement are pointless because people quickly learn violations carry no cost, making continued violation inevitable. Enforce through following through on stated consequences like ending relationships, removing access or privileges, escalating issues to authorities or decision makers, or withdrawing cooperation and support. Consistent enforcement builds reputation that your boundaries are real and violation is costly, making people respect limits. Inconsistent enforcement trains people that boundaries are negotiable and consequences are empty threats. The accountability maintenance ensures people face appropriate consequences for their actions, decisions, and commitments, holding them responsible. Accountability means not allowing failures, mistakes, or violations to pass without acknowledgement and correction, requiring explanations or corrections when performance falls short, documenting issues and following up to ensure resolution, escalating repeated problems through appropriate channels, and refusing to enable or cover for others' irresponsibility. Accountability creates consequences for poor performance or bad behavior, preventing continued problems, or failure to hold people accountable enables and encourages continued issues. The measured proportional response ensures consequences match severity of violation, avoiding both overreaction that appears vindictive and underreaction that appears weak. Proportional consequences include verbal warning for minor first offense, escalated response for repeated violations, serious consequences for major violations, and reserving maximum response for extreme situations. Proportionality maintains credibility because extreme overreaction to minor issues damages reputation for judgment, while insufficient response to major issues signals weakness. The calm, firm delivery presents consequences without emotional reactivity or aggression, maintaining authority and professionalism. Calm delivery includes stating consequences clearly and directly without anger or drama, maintaining composed demeanor when enforcing boundaries, showing control, following through matter-of-factly without extensive emotional investment, and avoiding threats made in anger that may be regretted or impossible to enforce. Calm firmness demonstrates strength and control, while emotional reactivity or aggressive posturing signals insecurity. The natural consequence leverage allows situations to produce their own consequences, rather than requiring you to create artificial punishments. Natural consequences include allowing people to experience results of their choices, removing yourself or resources when disrespected, letting absence create impact, allowing failures to remain visible rather than covering for others, and letting poor decisions produce their natural negative outcomes. Natural consequences are most powerful because they emerge from situation itself, not your vindictiveness. The relationship consequence application makes clear that disrespect or boundary violations damage relationships, potentially ending them. Relationship consequences include reducing closeness or trust after violations, ending relationships that repeatedly cross boundaries, withdrawing emotional or practical support from those who disrespect you, and making continuation of relationship contingent on respectful treatment. People who value relationship will respect boundaries to maintain it, while those who do not value relationship reveal themselves through continued violation. The professional consequence leverage uses formal mechanisms like performance reviews, documentation, or organizational policies to create consequences in professional contexts. Professional consequences include documenting issues, creating formal record, using performance management systems, escalating to appropriate authorities or decision makers, and leveraging policies or procedures, ensuring accountability. Professional consequences carry weight through institutional backing. The strategic withdrawal removes your present effort or resources as consequence for mistreatment, creating impact through absence. Strategic withdrawal includes ending conversations or interactions when disrespected, removing assistance or support previously provided, no longer volunteering effort or help, and creating distance from those who violate boundaries. Withdrawal works when your presence provides value, making absence costly. The reputation protection ensures consequence reputation is known and understood, preventing others from testing boundaries unnecessarily. Reputation spreads through people observing or hearing about your consistent boundary enforcement, others warning newcomers about your standards and follow through, and demonstrated pattern of action matching words, building credibility. Known reputation prevents many violations through deterrence. The implementation requires enforcing boundaries consistently, creating consequences for violations, maintaining accountability, holding people responsible for actions, responding proportionally, matching consequences to severity, delivering calmly and firmly without emotional reactivity, leveraging natural consequences, allowing situations to produce results, applying relationship consequences affecting closeness and continuation, using professional mechanisms in work contexts, withdrawing, strategically removing presence and resources, building reputation for follow-through through consistent action, and treating consequence reputation as preventing dismissal through making disrespect or boundary violation costly where lack of consequences invited continued mistreatment, making enforcement essential. 8th framework for commanding respect through demonstrated willingness to create meaningful impact. Develop reputation for consequences. Enforce boundaries, create impact. Ensure consequences or signal weakness. You understand now that consequences prevent mistreatment through making it costly, that boundary enforcement requires consistent follow-through, that proportional calm delivery maintains credibility, that natural consequences are most powerful, and that Chapter 8 provides consequence framework making boundaries real where empty threats invited violation. Chapter 9. Maintain mysterious calculated reserve. Chapter 9 maintains mysterious calculated reserve, creating depth and preventing complete nobility that commands respect through enigmatic presence. The mystery power shows that maintaining selective reserve and mysterious quality commands more respect and fascination than complete transparency, because people respect what they cannot fully understand, predict, or control, while completely known people lose intrigue and mystique. That strategic withholding of information, thoughts, and feelings prevents others from developing complete understanding that would enable manipulation, prediction, or dismissal. That calculated mystery creates perception of hidden depths and capabilities, making people wonder what else you might possess or know, expanding their estimation beyond visible evidence. That oversharing and complete transparency often breed familiarity that diminishes respect, while selective reserve maintains dignity and command. And understanding that maintaining mysterious calculated reserve through selective disclosure, information protection, and depth creation is essential ninth framework for becoming impossible to underestimate. Because mystery prevents complete assessment, making safe dismissal impossible while maintaining beneficial uncertainty about full extent of capabilities, making strategic reserve critical for commanding cautious, respectful treatment. Maintain mysterious calculated reserve. Share selectively, protect depth. Stay mysterious or become transparent. The selective disclosure shares information strategically based on necessity and benefit, not compulsive oversharing. Selective approach means sharing what serves specific purpose or builds necessary relationship, not everything you know, think, or feel. Protecting private thoughts, feelings, and personal information from casual disclosure. Revealing information at strategic times for maximum impact, not immediately when asked. Avoiding oversharing that destroys mystery, making you completely known and predictable. And maintaining distinction between public and private self with significant aspects remaining protected. Selective disclosure creates layers and depth where people know some things about you, but sense there is more they do not know, creating curiosity and respect. Complete transparency eliminates mystery, making you entirely knowable and often less interesting, while strategic reserve maintains enigmatic quality. The information protection guards valuable knowledge, insights, and capabilities from unnecessary disclosure. Protected information includes proprietary methods or approaches that create competitive advantages. Full extent of knowledge or capabilities, keeping some expertise hidden. Personal vulnerabilities or weaknesses that could be exploited. Private plans or intentions preventing others from countering or blocking. Strategic thinking or decision-making process, maintaining unpredictability. And relationships or connections that provide access or influence. Share only what is necessary or strategically beneficial, protecting core knowledge that maintains advantages. Information once shared cannot be unshared, so default to protection, unless disclosure provides clear benefit. The calculated mystery deliberately maintains ambiguity about certain aspects, creating beneficial uncertainty. Mystery elements include full extent of capabilities, letting people wonder if you can do more than demonstrated. Exact nature of relationships or connections, creating uncertainty about who might support you. Complete knowledge or expertise, maintaining ambiguity about what you know. Personal motivations or intentions, preventing complete prediction. And past experiences or background, allowing people to speculate about hidden depths. Mystery should be genuine, not fabricated, meaning actually possessing hidden capabilities or knowledge, not pretending depths you lack. Authentic mystery commands respect, while false mystery, when exposed, destroys credibility. The depth creation develops genuine complexity and substance behind mysterious reserve, ensuring mystery reflects real depth, not hollow pretense. Depth includes actually possessing extensive knowledge or capabilities beyond what you display, having rich inner life with complex thoughts and perspectives, maintaining diverse interests and expertise, creating multifaceted character, developing genuine competence and wisdom worthy of respect, and cultivating actual experiences and relationships that create substance. Mystery without depth is shallow pretense that collapses under scrutiny, while mystery backed by genuine substance commands lasting respect. The enigmatic communication speaks in ways that suggest more than stated, directly creating intrigue. Enigmatic approach includes making statements that hint at deeper knowledge without full revelation, using strategic ambiguity leaving room for interpretation, sharing insights that reveal thinking depth without explaining complete reasoning, and responding to questions incompletely, leaving some curiosity unsatisfied. Enigmatic communication creates impression of depths beyond surface interaction. The privacy boundaries establish clear limits on what personal information or inner life gets shared, preventing invasive questions or excessive familiarity. Privacy protection includes deflecting overly personal questions gracefully without answering, maintaining separation between professional and personal life, avoiding social media oversharing that destroys privacy and mystery, and communicating that certain topics are private and off limits. Privacy creates mystery through protecting aspects of self from public knowledge. The listening emphasis practices listening more than talking, gathering information while revealing less. Strategic listening includes asking questions that prompt others to share while you gather intelligence, observing carefully to understand people and situations, speaking less, making your words more impactful when you do speak, and avoiding compulsive need to fill silence with personal disclosure. More listening, less talking creates mysterious reserve. The non-committal responses avoid definitively revealing positions, opinions, or intentions, maintaining strategic ambiguity. Non-committal approach includes responding to questions with questions, deflecting direct disclosure, using phrases that acknowledge without committing, maintaining poker face that does not reveal internal reactions, and preserving options through avoiding definitive statements that lock you into positions. Ambiguity maintains flexibility and mystery. The consistency in values maintains stable, recognizable core principles while varying tactical behaviors, creating reliability with mystery. Mysterious reserve should apply to methods and full capabilities, not fundamental character or integrity, which should be consistent and known, enabling trust. The implementation requires sharing information selectively based on strategic benefit, not compulsively, protecting valuable knowledge and capabilities from unnecessary disclosure, cultivating calculated mystery, maintaining beneficial uncertainty, developing genuine depth, backing mystery with real substance, communicating enigmatically, suggesting more than stating, establishing privacy boundaries, protecting personal information, emphasizing listening over talking, using non-committal responses, maintaining ambiguity, keeping values consistent while varying tactics, and treating mysterious reserve as preventing complete understanding and prediction where transparency enabled dismissal through complete knowability, making strategic mystery essential. Ninth framework for commanding respect through enigmatic depth that prevents safe assessment. Maintain mysterious calculated reserve. Share selectively, protect depth. Stay mysterious or become transparent. You understand now that mystery commands respect through preventing complete knowability, that selective disclosure protects while oversharing destroys mystique, that calculated ambiguity creates beneficial uncertainty, that genuine depth backs mystery, and that Chapter 9 provides mystery framework, making enigmatic presence possible where transparency eliminated intrigue. Chapter 10. Integrate all elements into comprehensive formidable presence. Chapter 10 integrates all 9 frameworks into comprehensive formidable presence, making underestimating you obviously costly mistake. The integration principle shows that individual frameworks practiced in isolation create partial improvements, while comprehensive integration creates complete formidability that makes dismissal impossible, because multiple reinforcing elements create synergistic whole exceeding sum of parts. That formidable presence requires simultaneous excellence across competence, credibility, unpredictability, presence, expertise, network reliability, consequences, and mystery. That each framework enhances effectiveness of others through complementary mechanisms, creating multiplication, not mere addition of benefits. That most people develop 1 or 2 elements, while neglecting others, creating incomplete formidability with visible weaknesses that enable dismissal. And understanding that integrating all 9 frameworks into systematic practice, creating cohesive formidable architecture, is essential 10th and final framework for becoming impossible to underestimate, because only complete integration creates the comprehensive commanding presence that makes safe dismissal obviously impossible, making integration critical culmination, enabling total transformation from dismissible to formidable. Integrate all elements into comprehensive formidable presence. Combine synergistically. Build complete formidability or remain underestimatable. The formidable architecture maps how all 9 frameworks combine, creating coherent integrated commanding presence. Exceptional competence from Framework 1 provides genuine capability foundation, making dismissal of abilities foolish. Visible track record from Framework 2 proves capability through demonstrated results, eliminating doubt. Strategic unpredictability from Framework 3 prevents exploitation through pattern manipulation. Quiet confident presence from Framework 4 projects immediate visceral strength. Irreplaceable expertise from Framework 5 creates necessity, making you indispensable. Powerful network from Framework 6 multiplies individual capability through collective resources. Consistent reliability from Framework 7 builds trust through proven delivery. Consequence reputation from Framework 8 ensures boundaries are real and violation costly. Mysterious reserve from Framework 9 prevents complete assessment, maintaining beneficial uncertainty. Each framework supports, enables, and enhances others, creating integrated system far more powerful than individual techniques, creating genuine comprehensive formidability. The synergistic multiplication recognizes how frameworks amplify each other's effectiveness. Exceptional competence creates foundation, enabling track record building through delivering impressive results. Track record proves capabilities, making quiet confidence justified, not empty posturing. Confident presence makes unpredictability more unsettling because composed mystery is more compelling than anxious uncertainty. Unpredictability prevents others from fully assessing irreplaceable expertise, creating uncertainty about capabilities. Network connections validate and amplify individual competence through association and collaboration. Reliability makes consequences credible because consistent follow-through proves threats are real. Consequences protect boundaries, enabling mysterious reserve by preventing invasive boundary violations. Mystery enhances perceived competence through allowing people to imagine hidden depths beyond visible evidence. Consciously leverage synergies, applying multiple frameworks together, recognizing combinations create effects individual elements cannot achieve alone. The phase development recognizes complete formidability, requires sustained multi-year commitment, making strategic progression essential. Foundation phase year 1 focuses frameworks 1 through 3 building competence, track record, and presence, establishing capability, credibility, and initial commanding presence. Positioning phase year 2 adds frameworks 4 through 6 developing expertise, network, and unpredictability, creating unique valuable positioning. Authority phase year 3 integrates frameworks 7 through 9, establishing reliability, consequences, and mystery, completing formidable presence. Complete integration typically requires 3 to 5 years of sustained deliberate development, creating genuinely comprehensive formidability impossible to quickly replicate, making dismissal obviously foolish. The balanced attention maintains development across all framework areas rather than obsessively perfecting single dimension while neglecting others. True formidability requires adequacy across all dimensions, not perfection in one area with glaring weaknesses. Establish practice in all framework areas, tracking development across dimensions, identifying lacking elements requiring focus, and maintaining comprehensive, balanced growth, ensuring no weak points undermine overall formidability. The contextual adaptation adjusts framework emphasis based on environment and challenges while maintaining all elements. Different contexts may emphasize different frameworks, but complete development includes all areas. Adapt emphasis strategically while maintaining baseline competence across all frameworks. The authentic integration ensures formidability emerges from genuine development, not performance or facade. Authentic formidability comes from real competence, actual results, genuine relationships, and legitimate capabilities, not pretense or manipulation. Maintain authenticity through pursuing genuine development and refusing to fake capabilities or achievements. The measurement tracking monitors formidability across frameworks, identifying progress and gaps. Track competence development, track record accumulation, unpredictability maintenance, present strength, expertise uniqueness, network power, reliability consistency, consequence credibility, and mystery depth. Measurement provides feedback showing systematic practice works. The lifelong commitment recognizes formidability development continues throughout life as ongoing refinement and expansion. Each level reveals next level of possible development. Commit to perpetual practice, maintaining all frameworks indefinitely. The implementation requires designing comprehensive formidable architecture, integrating all 9 frameworks synergistically, recognizing and leveraging multiplying synergies between elements, developing progressively through multi-year phased approach, maintaining balanced attention across all dimensions, adapting contextually while maintaining all elements, ensuring authentic development, not facade, tracking measurement across frameworks, committing to lifelong development. and treating integration as creating complete formidability, making underestimating you obviously costly through genuine comprehensive commanding presence, where partial development remain dismissible, making complete integration essential. 10th framework for impossible to underestimate positioning. You have learned 10 frameworks for becoming someone others cannot afford to underestimate. Framework 1, developing exceptional competence. Framework 2, building visible track record. Framework 3, cultivating strategic unpredictability. Framework 4, developing quiet confident presence. Framework 5, creating irreplaceable expertise. Framework 6, building powerful network. Framework 7, demonstrating consistent reliability. Framework 8, developing consequence reputation. Framework 9, maintaining mysterious reserve. Framework 10, integrating into formidable presence. What matters now is applying one framework today. 5 immediate priorities. Commit to mastering one valuable skill, building genuine competence. Document one significant achievement, starting track record. Vary one predictable pattern, creating unpredictability. Practice one instance of calm, confident composure. Develop one unique capability, building irreplaceability. Start immediately. Build systematically. Become impossible to underestimate. Stop being underestimated, dismissed, and overlooked. Start commanding the respect you deserve through demonstrated formidable capability, presence, and positioning that makes dismissing you obviously costly a mistake. Build frameworks systematically, integrate comprehensively, and become someone others cannot afford to underestimate through unwavering commitment, starting right now today.